time is now, now or never, I can't look back. It's mine forever, the record is stacked. It's like the Letterman team on my back. The time is now, now or never, I'm making it count. Counting the times they counted me out. Straight out the mud, I'm making it out. I gotta get it, the time is now. Sheesh.
So if the Suns win tomorrow night, on Tuesday night, they're locked in to playing the Spurs for the first round of the playoffs.
On 12 News.
On 12 News.
Sunday night.
Hey, this is pre-recorded for everybody joining us. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. That's why I'm talking as if the game hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
so,
way to go for not knowing what happens in the future, Chili. Because the way the bank account is set up, I got to check it in the savings. It take 3 business days. It starts on Monday. And by the time say watch this, you just never know. Are you ready to get this rolling?
Man, I am always ready. And for tonight's show, man, I just cannot wait. I am super excited with what we got going on because we got an absolute gift for everybody that's not following along. An absolute legend of a high school coach who's really taken his game as a coach to the next level, literally in college. There is not a time. Listen, I travel around to a lot of camps, and I have said this to a whole bunch of people. There is not a tight end in the country that does not know the name Jason Mohns, the creator of the Mohns Stars teams from Saguaro, legendary Saguaro, the creator of Donuts for Doves. We need to make that like a foundation and stuff.
I like that.
Special guy, Coach Mohns, the first winner of my 7-on-7 event, Flight Club.
Oh, before it was like Flight Club.
No, but when it was in the day, he had his guys out there in 117-degree heat at 3:00 in the afternoon getting busy. But that's not what we're here to talk about. My man, on top of always getting his flowers from somebody like me and yourself, Cam, he's got something super cool coming up. Cam, I'm going to let you get into that.
Well, I mean, Chili, real quick, you woke up his kids, man. The man is at home. He's trying to do this incognito. We're bothering him late at night to talk to a couple of average Joes here.
Oh,
Coach
man,
Mohns, it's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for taking some time. I hope your wife is not too mad at us for bothering you this late on a Monday night.
No, this is money, guys. This is no. First of all, thanks for the incredible intro. Totally uncalled for, unnecessary. But you guys know I love both of you, and yeah, this was awesome timing because this is bedtime. This is like get your teeth brushed and get your jammies on and get all the stuff done that they don't want to do. And so you guys got me out of that tonight. So
we did.
I'm sure I'll get the stink eye when the interview wraps up, but it's good because I can just relax a little bit right now.
Coach, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Congrats on everything, man. You're going to be honored this Saturday, the National Football Foundation. Just what does that mean to you, Coach?
Oh man, it's an incredible honor. It's kind of made me reflect that I've been coaching for more than half my life. Been coaching for 25 years,
wow.
And just reflecting on all of the people because that's what this is. This is what makes this profession so special is the people, and it's obviously the players, and it's the coaches, the administrators, the teachers, the parents, the booster club, all the families that I've come across, people like yourselves, that I've built great relationships with, that I'm still blessed to be able to see on a regular basis. Obviously having the opportunity to stay at home in Arizona State, but it means the world to me to get this recognition. I think it makes it extra special too, because it's named after Frank Kush, who my dad was an assistant coach for. And I've got a lot of family history with Arizona State and with Coach Kush. So to receive an award like this, I know it's just like all my years at Saguaro. When you get individual accolades, it's a reflection of the program and the people that were a part of it. And so it's one of those deals where I've just tried to think a lot about all the people over the years that helped me get to where I am today and helped us achieve the success we had along the way.
How do you smash that, Coach? Like that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Coach, let me ask you something. Maybe it'll help you compartmentalize and find the root of this whole thing. I'm curious, with everything that you've ever accomplished coaching wise, what was the first thing that you reverted back to when you found out that you were getting this award? What was your first football coaching moment? Was it with the Argos? Was it with Saguaro? Was it the first time at ASU? Which one was it? What was the first?
It's such a good question. I remember I got started in coaching with doing the city of Scottsdale, and I did fourth and fifth grade girls basketball first, and then they moved me to flag football, and I was with the kids at Cocoa Middle School, flag football, and as I had a group of seventh graders that were awesome kids and awesome families, and we had a great flag football season. And afterwards, the parents came to me and they were like, they had got a flyer for the NYS 8-man tackle football league, and they were like, "Hey, will you coach our kids in this NYS league? They want to get a season of tackle football in before they go to high school at Chaparral." It's funny because they were all kids that ultimately went on to play at Chaparral, they were like, "We'll pay you to do it," because I was getting hourly money from the city of Scottsdale. I was like, "Oh, you guys don't need to pay me. I love doing this." And so, I mean, I had no experience coaching. I mean, I obviously grew up around the game of football with my dad being a coach, but I had never coached tackle football. And so I remember we started doing this and we lost our first 3 games and we just got absolutely murdered. We got absolutely murdered, and it drove me nuts. And I was so competitive and I was like, I'm going to figure this thing out. And we lost the first 3 and we ended up winning the last 5 in a row. And I remember the last game, our kids were on the sideline and they were like pounding their thigh pads, getting hyped up. And it was like, I just remember that feeling of man, like, this is really fun. I really love this. We took a team. We started off, we had no clue what we were doing. I had no clue what I was doing. And I just was so hungry to learn and get better. And I think of moments like that where like, I didn't belong out there, but I had a burning desire to learn and get better. I had so much fun doing it. I didn't get into it because I thought it was going to end up being my career. I just followed the path that it took me on. But yeah, I reflect on moments like that. I reflect on, walking out to Saguaro. They called me out of the blue about being their freshman coach. And I met Frank Rubin and met John Sanders and told them I wasn't qualified to coach freshman football. And they said, well, just, hear us out and we'll show you the way. And we just need somebody that knows how to run a program and communicate with parents and motivate kids and, things like that along the way and where we took the program. And it's been really, I mean, people talk about starting from the bottom or getting it out the mud. I probably started about as low on the rung of the coaching ladder that you could start, and to be where I am now. And by no means am I at the top of it. I'm still climbing my way up, but it's just been an incredible journey. And I can't think, I mean, hopefully anybody that hears about this or watches this or sees it on Facebook or wherever knows that anybody that's had a part in it over the years has a special place in my heart.
So, Coach, how did you go from I'm not qualified for this job to teaching clinics and having people run your system? Like, what? Where's the gap? How did you close that gap, man?
Oh man, I was just so hungry for knowledge, and I do what coaches do when they come listen to me talk. I just tried to be around anybody I could and learn whatever I could learn. And I just over the years, if I learned something that made sense to me that I felt like I could go back and teach, that kind of went into the books. And I just kind of built my own system based on things that I felt like I could teach and coach at a high level. And I tell people that all the time. I mean, I didn't invent anything in football. I think I found a way to put a system together when I was at Saguaro that I felt like I could coach at a high level, that I felt like the kids could comprehend, that they could grasp and play fast and be confident. And I think that's it. I think the best coaches are elite teachers. And it's not about what you know, it's about what you can get others to learn and grasp and have confidence in. And so I've just tried to be the best teacher I can be. And I think to be an elite teacher, you have to continue to be a learner. And so, just trying to grow and learn as much as I can, be around people that know more than I do and that have coached at a higher level than I have. And that's why I was so excited to take this opportunity at Arizona State, because I wanted to get around guys that had done it at a higher level, that had seen things I hadn't seen, that knew things I didn't know. Because I'm just still so hungry to learn and grow.
Which state title was it where you learned like, oh, I could coach this football team? Was it like after this one or that one? When did you were like, all right, this is what I meant to do?
It wasn't 2012 because my first year as a head coach, we lost more games in the regular season than they had lost in a long time, and we got beat in the second round of the playoffs by Desert Edge, and we had a 3-touchdown lead and blew it, and I think they were pretty much ready to run me out of town. And then my first game of our second year, we opened on the road at Chaparral, and our center Matt Mara broke his leg on the second snap of the game. And bad coaching. I didn't really get a lot of reps for my backup center, and we couldn't get snaps back to Luke Benzer. We ended up getting beat. And then we went on a 13-game win streak where Luke Rubenzer threw 60 touchdowns without an interception, and connected with Christian Kirk quite a bit. And yeah, I remember my first state championship as a head coach. And I obviously proposed to Sarah on the field afterwards. I didn't even want to buy her ring until we won the semifinal game, because I just wasn't sure, if we could even get there. And so, yeah, that first state championship where we got over the hump, and my first title as a head coach and everything that came after that. I mean, that was a moment where I was like, all right, I really, now I know that I can do it at this level. And it magnified my hunger and my fire inside to continue to grow the program and grow, myself as a coach.
You bought the ring after the semifinal game?
So this is such a cool story. So I don't know if you guys remember, but that year, the state semifinal game, we played Desert Edge. They had obviously beat us the year before. Yep. We played them, but the games that Friday night, we had a crazy rainstorm, and all the semifinal games were rained out. Yep. They postponed our game to Monday night. So we played at Arcadia High School on Monday night against Desert Edge. Christian went off. JT Nettleton went off. Luke Rubenzer threw, 10 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns, something stupid. And so we won that game, but it was Monday night. Well, the state championship was that same Friday in Tucson. So we had like 4 days, and I didn't want to buy a ring until we made it to the state championship because I'm superstitious. So I was like, if I buy a ring before we get there, I'm jinxing it.
Correct.
So I'm like, we play Monday night. We have Tuesday. I'm trying to like game plan for a state championship. Wednesday, we have media day. Thursday's Thanksgiving, right? And I'm like, I don't have time to get a ring. It's not meant to be. So we were having family over for Thanksgiving at our house. We had practice that morning, our traditional Thanksgiving practice at SOAR with all of our alumni and everybody out. And I get back home, all the family's there. And the first person I see when I get out of my car is my mom. And the first thing she says to me is, she's like, I got to tell you about this crazy dream I had last night. She's like, you guys won the state championship and you proposed to Sarah. And I was like, well, that's crazy because that was the plan all along. But I'm like, I never had the chance to go get the ring. And she's like, I got you. So I'm literally on a school bus. Man. I'm on a school bus because we played at like 11 something, or I don't know. We played early. So I'm on a school bus. Yeah. I'm on a school bus driving to Tucson. My mom on Black Friday is at the diamond stores sending me pictures of rings. I'm trying to like review the script and get ready. I was like, Mom, I trust you. Just get the one that you like the best and let's make it happen. And then to be honest with you, I kind of forgot about what I was going to do because the game started and I was so locked in on the game. And so it's crazy. So that, obviously the game happens, we win, I get the Gatorade bath. We get, Fox Sports AZ comes and grabs us and it's like, hey, we want to interview you, Luke, and Christian at midfield. And so I'm kind of heading that way. I'm still like, I don't really know what's happening. And all of a sudden my mom runs up and she's like, Jason, I got the ring. And she hands me the ring. And I kind of had forgot that I was going to do it. And I didn't know when I was going to do it. And so I've got the ring now in my pocket and we're at midfield. They interview Luke, they interview Christian, they get ready to come to me. And that's when Sarah and my whole family and everybody walked up right at that time. And I was like, I wish I was smart enough to have planned it to do it on TV. I really wasn't. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a lot of adrenaline going. So I was like, hey, this is as good a time as any to do it. So, moments like that. Yeah. Moments like that, are just, it's what's made my journey so special is there's been so many moments like that along the way. Obviously that one's at the very tippy top.
Hey, years ago, I got the opportunity to interview your wife, CEO Mohns, as I called her. I'm curious. She did tell me some things about the superstitious, a little stitious, all that. I am curious, where did the Donuts for Dubs thing come? Because I feel like I remember seeing it for the first time circa 2018-ish, but I'm not for sure when.
It would have been right around there. Obviously, my daughter Kendall was born in 2016. I think she was about 2 years old. I was taking her on game day. I was taking her to her little daycare, and we stopped on game day, and we just randomly stopped and got donuts at the place she likes. And we took a little picture together, and I didn't think much of it. Didn't do it as a planned staged. I'm gonna make this a social media thing, and we ended up winning the game that night. And so I was like, and I think we beat a good team. So I'm like, all right, well. I'm the type of guy, like if we have chicken Alfredo,
we're having chicken Alfredo.
We're having chicken Alfredo until we lose, that's kind of how my brain works. So I was like, well, hey, we went and got donuts. So this is a new tradition. And it just started. And I remember the first time I posted the picture, And it was crazy how it resonated with, I had coaches, college coaches, high school coaches reaching out to me, sending me DMs on Twitter that were like, oh, what a cool tradition. Like, that's so awesome. And I was like, man, this is special. And I just was like, knowing how fast, just because being a high school coach, you see kids come in as freshmen and graduate in a blink of an eye. And I was like, I know that I have a perspective on how fast my kids are going to grow up. And so I was like, anything that we can do to make special, and make it a tradition. I'm a big tradition guy. My dad was a big tradition guy, and I learned that from him. But I was like, this is a cool one. This is something that we can do, and we can document our journey together, because I've always wanted this football journey to be something that is shared with my family, that they feel that they're a part of. And I think that's been something unique for us. And we haven't missed a donuts for Dubs.
That's crazy.
We've done them on different days. We've done them in different states. We're going to do it in a different country this year. It might be crumpets for Dubs or whatever they do in England. But
Chili, I think we were in Arlington. Was it Georgia for the Peach Bowl? I walks past Coach. Coach, what you doing? Donuts. I can do donuts.
That one was That was stressful because it was New Year's Day. All the dang places were closed. And we were going to get it from Starbucks, and Starbucks was sold out of donuts. And I'm panicked because I'm like, this is bad juju. We don't get donuts. So Sarah's stressed out because she knows I'm stressed out. So, but we found a donut some way, somehow we found one. So we got it in. But no, it's been a really fun thing my kids look forward to, and I look forward to probably more than any of them. And Sarah started, I don't know, 4 years ago. She took all the pictures, all the social media posts, and she turned them into a book. And I think we're on our third edition. So every couple seasons, she puts it into a little book, and I've got that. So that's you talk about the things, your possessions that you have that mean the most to you. That's for sure. One of my most valued possessions is that book of memories that I have, sharing my football journey with my family, with my kids.
Hey, Coach, I do know, I heard Coach Dillingham speak on this a little bit about the whole family thing and not being a hypocrite and making sure that all you coaches make time for your family. I know that you are an absolute poster boy for that. I really believe this in my heart, and I kind of know some things, but if it wasn't ASU, you're probably still coaching in high school. What does it mean to you to be able to have your family so close to you in proximity and not have to move them and uproot them and change things around for them while they're growing up?
Yeah, no, I mean, it really is. I think that was as college opportunities started popping up. It wasn't only Arizona State or bust, but it was like, it has to be the right fit, not just for my career, but for our family. And we had turned down a couple jobs the 2 previous years before I took the ASU job, because even though I thought it was a good opportunity for me and for my career, I couldn't honestly say that it was the best thing for my family and for my kids. And, I think I've got a different perspective, just obviously losing my dad, who was a football coach, at an early age. He was in a 40-year career. He was in 18 different cities. He was married and divorced 4 times, and I never lived in the same house as him, from the time I was really 2 years old. So, and he was a huge part of my life, and he was always a presence in my life, but not the presence day in and day out that I want to be for my son. And so that's just something that I've always had a perspective on, of like, I want to do this, I want to chase this, but some guys get in and they get so hungry to climb and to take it as far as they can, that they lose sight of, I think, what the most important thing that you have is, which is your family and your loved ones. And so I've just always tried to, like, I always tell people my career is it's the tortoise and the hare story, and I'm the tortoise. But that's allowed me to really savor and enjoy the moments along the way, and making good decisions for not just me, but for our family. And having that patience has led me to where I am today, which, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better situation with a better. I tell recruits all the time, it's not just the place. And I had an opportunity to join the ASU staff on a previous staff that I had turned down because the people and the time wasn't right. And so I tell people all the time, it's not just a place, and it's not just the people. It's a combination. When the place and the people match up, that's when it's right. And that's, for me, that's what this opportunity with Coach Dillingham, at home. It was the absolute right time, and I've never regretted it. It was one of the hardest days, sitting on my patio after the 2022 Open Division Championship and crafting my goodbye letter to Saguaro. is probably, other than my dad passing away, is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But I've never looked back because of the experience that I've had since I've been here. And so it was an incredible opportunity, and it was the absolute best one for my family as well.
Coach,
I like it.
the build your house on wheels thing as a coach is a real thing. I always say, anytime you look up a coach, look up where they've been. A lot of times it's a laundry list of places, and that's hard to do on families. I mean, I can only imagine.
It is, and I'll tell you what, it's been really impressive because we have some men in our ASU program that have been on those kind of journeys.
Sure.
And they're as close and tight-knit of families as you can be. So just, going on that journey doesn't mean that you're not dedicated to your family. And it doesn't mean everybody's journey is different. And like I said, I'm some of the most impressive men that I know are guys that have been around the country and back. But for me, I think the stability that I didn't have is what I wanted to provide for my kids. And it's worked out for us. And to be honest with you, selfishly, I've got deep roots in this community, and it means a lot to me. And I'm proud of where I came from, and I'm proud of the people that I've been, around, and having them be proud of me and being a part of this journey for me has made it extra special. So part of it too is it is selfish because I love being still present in a community that I came up in that has always supported me, and just being on this call right now with you guys. I mean, we've done this before I was anything, when we were just starting, trying to get it going at Saguaro. And so that means a lot to me too, to still be surrounded by the people that have been a part of this journey. It's special. You guys know how it is. There's a special bond in Arizona football community, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
All right. So coach, who's more competitive? You or Coach Aguano?
I'll tell you what, we're both really competitive. We've become best friends. I mean, honestly, that's my guy. And we spend a lot of time together. We always bounce stuff off each other. He's got me by 10 years. And you think, as you get a little bit older and get wiser, you kind of settle down. But I'll tell you what, he's still sneaky, super competitive. And
he's quiet about that, right?
He's quiet about it. He's sneaky about it. He plays the laid back, Hawaiian kind of like. But when it comes down to it, Aguano's about it. He will not back down from competition. He believes in himself and his teams and his players, and he's a competitor, man. He's an elite competitor, and it's fun because Sean and I think that was a cool thing before the Open Division was created. Chandler and Saguaro. We'd spend time together in the off season because, we felt like we were stylistically similar offensively, and we would clinic each other back and forth. And obviously Chris Chick, who had been with us at Saguaro, was with Sean at Chandler. And so there was that common bond. And so we knew each other, but now really getting to know him day in and day out, it was not a mistake that he had the success he had at Chandler, and why they were able to sustain the success because of the foundation that he built there. He's an elite leader. He's an elite competitor. He's an elite human being. He's really been somebody that's been a tremendous help for me making a transition, because he did the same thing I did and just did it a little while earlier. So he's been a great resource for me to kind of learn the ropes along the way.
I'm waiting for that day, Chili, in practice where they just go at each other and get your tight ends right, coach. No, you get your running backs right. I'm just waiting for that day.
No, man, we're on the same team. We are not. We are together. We are together on it. We got each other's back. And tell you what, my tight ends, they want nothing more but to put their hat on somebody and open up a hole for the running backs.
There
because we mess with those guys. We got those guys back.
Hey, competitively on the road and stuff, or here locally, what do you and the rest of the coaches get involved with? Some pickleball, some golf, card games. What is that? How do you guys wind down and compete with each other?
Football. We just do football all the time.
Okay. That's fair.
No, I know. We actually just finished. We did a, this is an example. And this is Coach Saga, our O-line coach, who's an awesome dude. Another one of my absolute guys on our staff. But Saga, he puts on a Masters tournament. And so we draft, kind of like you would draft a fantasy football team. We draft a Masters team. You draft 4 golfers. and you basically accumulate scores throughout the tournament. And we actually have a green jacket, so whoever has the lowest score at the end of this tournament gets the green jacket. And so actually Leaf Fautanu won the green jacket.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
He was just presented. I think we had 24 of our coaches participated in the drafted golfers. We all drafted 3 this year. And I won it 2 years ago. I finished second last year to Coach Arroyo by a stroke. I lost it on the last day. And then I think I took 4th or 5th this year. So, I've been competitive every year in it, but I haven't won in 2 years. So I'm getting a little salty. But, we find ways to do things like that where, it's competitive. We're having fun. There's guys that play cards. There's guys that, that play golf. The golf game's hard for me because of the age of my kids. When I do have time off, it's hard to justify going out and spending 5 hours on the course. So
you ain't getting that kind of time away.
Yeah, Coach. I had to put some of my my likes on the side. But I tell you what, I tell people this all the time. Like I truly would rather go and take my kids to the zoo or go watch my son's little league game or go what we call roof ball, play volleyball out in the front yard with Kendall hitting it up on the roof. And that stuff right now is more fun to me than playing golf. So those days will come again down the road, hopefully not too soon, where I have time on the weekends and my kids are off, in the next chapter of their lives, and I'll be able to go out and swing it around a little bit more. But right now, my hobbies is my family, and we try to find ways within the staff to compete as much as we can. But no, it's fine. We do. I'll tell you what, we got some elite competitors, and not to toot his horn because he's my boss, but Coach Dillingham is, he's got me by 10 years, and he's young, and man, that dude's playing like pickup basketball games at 5 a.m. at the gym, and he'll jump into anything competitive he can. So when he talks about how important being a competitor is, he lives it, man. That dude is as competitive as anybody I've ever known.
Coach, I got a simple question for you, but I'm sure it's not a simple answer. What's it been like to activate the Valley?
I'd go back to what I was talking about before, which is the deep roots that I have here. And my roots go back pretty deep, like I said, because my dad was on the staff with Coach Frank Cush when there was no Diamondbacks and there was no Cardinals.
Nope.
It was really the Suns and the Sun Devils. And I heard the stories about the Sun Devil football ran the Valley. That was it. That was the ticket in town. And to see it kind of fall off a little bit and to be a part of bringing it back, knowing that this Valley bleeds maroon and gold and how important the Sun Devil athletics and Sun Devil football in particular is to the Valley. It's been awesome to be a part of it, especially because we're doing it with local boys. We're doing it with Coach Dillingham and myself and Coach Iguano and Coach Amy and Coach AJ Cooper and Coach Brian Ward. I mean, like we have so many guys on our staff that either played here, coached here, were born and raised here, graduated from Arizona State. That makes it that much more special because I tell people all the time, it's one of the greatest things I can tell recruits is, a lot of coaches in college football want to be successful so they can turn it into the next best thing. And I feel like probably the overwhelming majority, if not all of our staff wants to have success so we can stay here. And I don't think there's many people that can say that in college football. And we genuinely can say that we want to win at a high level because we want to be here a long time and we want to continue to elevate this. And we want to try to reach levels that haven't been reached in a long time at Arizona State. And it means a lot to us. It does. It's not just a college football job. It's home. It's alma mater. It's family. It's community. It's all that. So it's been really special.
Hey, Coach, before I let you go, I got to know, if it wasn't coaching tight ends, what position group would you coach if you had the choice? Because I know you've done it with quarterbacks with Devin Dampier, Max Massengale, Rubenzer. I know you've done it with wide receivers like Christian Kirk. I know you've done it with defensive backs like Keely, Ringo, Jacoby Covington. The list can go on and on. I am curious, Coach Mohns, if it wasn't tight end, so tight ends is X'd out, what position group would you be coaching?
Well, and don't slight Corey Lyles or Tyler Beverett.
See, Chili, when you start
Look,
naming names, you better get out rosters here, man. Don't be leaving out guys like that. I knew that was coming.
Caleb Jarrell. I mean, I could go on and on. I could go for days.
Well, I was just naming the quarterbacks. And you named some really damn good DBs. Shout out to Westy, Brian Westbrook. Westy turned out more 4-star and 5-star DBs than probably any other high school defensive backs coach in the country. He's the truth. But I was quarterbacks guy. That's really the primary position I coached. I spent a season coaching the O line out of necessity, and I love coaching the O line. But no, I mean quarterbacks would be that's as a play caller, I called plays going back to 2011 and work with the QBs, and I think having that connection with those guys that really make the offense tick. I really enjoyed. I tell you this, I love coaching the tight end position. It's when you look at schematically what the tight ends have to know, it's very similar to the quarterback. We're in the run game, we're in protections, we're in the passing concepts. Like we really have to know more of the offense than really anybody but the quarterbacks. It's been a natural transition. But yeah, if I wasn't coaching tight ends, and I had my choice, it would be quarterbacks. But I would love coaching the offensive line as well. I truly like working with those guys. I like the team aspect of it. I like the challenge of, when I break down film, I've got one or two guys on the field each play. When Coach Sog breaks it down, he's got 5 guys on every snap that he's coaching. So I think if you truly love coaching ball and X's and O's, I think the O-line coaching is a pretty special position as well. So it'd probably be one of those two. But yeah, I'd probably go quarterbacks. And I was telling somebody this the other day. Every quarterback during my time at Saguaro ended up going Division I. Different levels of it, but every single one of them ended up going Division I, which is something that I took a lot of pride in, and we took a lot of pride in as a coaching staff.
The Distinguished Arizona Award at the National Football Foundation coming up this Saturday. Coach, you got your speech ready? Remember to take your whole family.
I gave a sneak peek of it the other day because I got interviewed after ASU practice, and I said, they asked me about it. I was like, I'm just honored to be the youngest recipient of this award ever. And they kind of were looking at me. I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but
it sounds true.
I'm telling myself that because when you receive a lifetime achievement award, it means you're getting old. So,
oh, sheesh.
But no, it truthfully is just going to be trying to thank and acknowledge as many people, and hopefully people know that I wouldn't be where I am without the support of, literally hundreds and hundreds of people that put in every bit as much work as I did along the way. So. That's it. I feel like these things it's a celebration of everybody that had a hand in this along the way.
Coach, some of my favorite moments here in the Valley, watching your teams win, you'd always get so fired up on the sidelines. There's always the passion you love to see. And then when Coach Regal was still on the staff, it was fun to see you 3 guys together. You, Coach Iguano, and Coach Regal together. I just thought it was a cool representation of our community, you guys. And knowing that Coach Dillingham was the boss, I just think it's so cool what you guys get to do here.
Well, I appreciate it, and I can tell you this: we take a lot of pride in it. It means a lot to us to represent the great state of Arizona and hundreds and thousands of great high school coaches in this state that coach ball at a really high level. We feel honored to be a representation of that.
Yeah. All right. We won't ask you how to fix the open or anything else. We'll say that. We'll say that for another day. We could go another. He's got things to do. All right, Coach Mohns, we appreciate the time, my friend. Good to see you. Congratulations. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
There we go. Jason Mohns getting an award this weekend. How cool is that, Chili?
I think it's amazing, and even though he's the youngest recipient of the award, we'll figure that out. I think it's overdue. My man has accomplished so many things in the great game of football here in the state of Arizona, and couldn't happen to a better person. And I'm excited for him. He deserves this. He worked really, really hard, poured a lot of himself into this, and I'm just excited for him. Cool opportunity, cool moment.
Yeah, I was told this week, Chili, we got to keep this show to 30 minutes. They want to, we'll keep this show to like 30 minutes. And my response was, sometimes the conversations get flowing, and as Chili would tell Cam, you just don't shut up. It's hard, man. Sometimes we just got things to talk about.
No, for sure. Hey, listen, doing the show is a blast, right?
Yeah,
but there's so many things going on in the Valley that need to be talked about that we always don't want to miss out on. It's the baseball thing. Our guy Harrison over at ASU is absolutely killing it. So we got to show him some love, get him on the show at some point. I see a former Sun Devil legend, Adam Archuleta, constantly on social media picking at things. Got to get him on the show at some time. Yeah. Kurt Warner doing his breakdowns, and I know that's a good
Sure.
friend of yours. Got to get him on the show sometime.
And we'll end on this. Some team is back in the playoffs here in the Valley. We just won't mention it because Chili wasn't a believer. But it's fine. We'll talk about them another day because by the time people watch this, they'd already played the game. Mega accounts work 3 days. So but just some team here in the Valley that, man, I just don't. Man, they're just better without.
Hey, you called it. Hey,
with,
Cam, you called it. You called it. I'm gonna get, just like we gave Mohns his flowers. I'm gonna give you yours. You absolutely called this before day one. Before training camp started, you were a believer in OTT. You were one of the first actual believers in OTT, which stunned me.
They dumped some dead weight.
It wasn't that I didn't believe in OTT. I just didn't know how he was going to put this motley crew of players together. This ragtag bunch, like Booker's a star. Brooks is coming through. Nobody wants him. Jalen Green, people trying to figure out what he's really worth. And then there's this coach. Can he put this all together? Gillespie, Grayson Allen. Was he just a 1 year thing? Like, people were trying to figure it out. I'm excited. I do want to know your thoughts on one thing though before we go. The Diamondbacks. A lot of people are saying that the Diamondbacks are giving those Suns vibes. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that? Is this something that I have to buy into? Is this stock that I have to buy into?
Couple things. Yes, and we got to go quickly out the door. Say it.
All right. Hey, make sure y'all check out Chili's two-piece. Me and my guy Gridiron Arizona breaking some things down, and Beetlejuice stopping by the show to talk about some players.
We're supposed to keep this to 30 minutes. We like it over. And here you are bringing up more topics. Cam, what do you think about this? You got Cam. You
gotta know.
What do you think about this?
This is the only time I get to talk to you. Except for pickleball. Hey, real quick, shout out to Phoenix Children's Hospital. The great pickleball event that they did. Shout out to them. Augie Guh and your guy AQ Shipley and Jack Sock, Matt Hagan out there put on the show. There it is.
Some people just can't shut up.
All the lights stay on me. I treat a game like Wall Street. If not, it am times 10 with the benefits. Don't time is now.